Buenas mañanas, TKA. Can we say in Spanish?
Whatever that said.
Good morning, TKA. Welcome to this week's morning announcements. I'm Sofia alongside Nick here to bring you this week's news.
Well, it's officially spring, which means seniors, we only have 24 more days left. With that being said, let's send it over to Jules to talk about spring weather.
Spring has officially sprung. Winter ended and spring began during the break on Tuesday, March 20th.
Obviously, in the spring, there's supposed to be flowers blooming and perfect weather, but in some places, it has been snowing like it's the middle of winter.
Yeah, and ski resorts have been getting tons of visitors over the break, like in Colorado and Utah. And New York was just hit with a snowstorm of up to 18 inches of snow.
Wow, thank goodness the only thing we have to worry about are sunburns, tan lines, sun showers, and beach weather.
Speaking of weather, I experienced an earthquake in Costa Rica this past week. It was crazy, and I almost died, but I'm here.
That's really scary.
It's crazy. Now back to our anchors.
Wow, that sounds very cool. I'm glad we live in Florida.
With spring approaching, that means Easter is right around the corner. So let's send it over to David to give us the inside scoop on the upcoming holiday.
This year, Easter falls on April Fool's Day and reminds us that nearly 2,000 years ago, Jesus pulled off the greatest April Fool's joke of all time. People didn't believe he was going to come back from the dead, but on the third day, he rose. Jokes aside, this is one of the holiest weekends of the year, where God sacrificed his one and only Son to redeem anyone willing to believe in him. Everybody, enjoy this time with your family, and remember to be grateful, for Christ has risen.
Speaking of weekends, prom is almost in sight, so here's Mika with some highlights of Promposal.
Hey friends, as most of you know, prom is around the corner. Invitations for Frozen in Time were sent out this week, and the buzz of who's going with who is just beginning. Aside from the night itself, the promposals can be the most memorable part of the season. So, from now until May 5th, I'll be covering as many promposals as I can. Get creative and give me a heads up if you plan on doing it on campus. Also, remember to get your tickets before they sell out and pick your tables. The mashed potato bar is supposed to be incredible, so you don't want to miss.
Excuse me.
And speaking of prom, Sophia Higgins, will you go to prom with me? And have a great day, TKA.
Make sure to go out and support our boys' baseball and lacrosse teams tonight.
Let's go to two of our friends to see what this whole night of jazz thing is about.
You like jazz?
What's up, TKA? Today we're going to talk about the Night of Jazz. With me here, I have Connor Marshall, and he's going to give us an insight on the event. So Connor, what is the Night of Jazz?
The Night of Jazz is a night of jazz.
Really?
No, it's on April 6th at 7 o'clock. Tickets have been selling for $20 each. We're inviting many guest artists to play with us, so invite your grandparents, take them out for dinner, and just have a fun time.
All right. Connor, what instrument do you play?
I play fourth trombone and tuba.
All right, nice. Do you have any special thing you're going to do in the event?
Well, play, and then for tuba, in one section I have a solo part, so that's pretty cool.
It's pretty spicy, dude. All right, so hopefully we can see you guys at the event. And Connor, thank you for the insight.
You're welcome.
Have a jazzy day, TKA.
Have a jazzy day, TKA.
Wow, that sounds rockin'. Speaking of music, we have the privilege of hosting Social Club today at Chapel. All I know is catch me in the front row, I'll be bopping. Social Club is the best.
Social Club is the best.
Now let's learn something new. Here's Around the Globe with Gigi.
Hey peeps, how you been? It's been a second, but welcome back to Around the Globe with Gigi. And if it's your first time watching, I'm Gigi, and my globe is missing, but you get the point. It's storming in Jupiter today. Not ours, but the one found 365 million miles away. Because we're taking a slight detour to space, I guess we're gonna have to change the name of this segment, but I'm not gonna bother trying to come up with a cringy joke. In this picture, you can see 8 swirls centering the North Pole of Jupiter. Those are called cyclones. It's been 7 months since researchers have been observing the behavior of these cyclones and have reported them to be equivalent to the distance between Naples, Italy, and New York City, and this other ones to be even wider. And though this is remarkable, they're just as violent as they look. The winds of these cyclones can reach up to 220 miles per hour. And there's nothing like that in our solar system, says lead study researcher Alberto Adriani. It's a pretty crazy universe we live in, but I'll see you back on Earth.
That's all we have for this week's morning announcements.
Make sure to be safe, smart, and super lit during this break.
Have a great day, TKA.